Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about two subjects here relating to the Cowboys. Two articles here that are on NFLnetwork.com and how they relate to the Cowboys. So the first one that we're going to go over are the 2017 NFL Power Rankings for the head coaches of the NFL, all 32 teams. So we're going to cover that. The other thing we're going to talk about here, there's another article here, the NFL's most feared position groups. What position group of the Cowboys do you think is going to rank in this list? This is serious. We're talking about the offensive line, all right? It shouldn't be that hard. An easy discussion here, but let's go ahead and get into this first here. Let's talk about the head coach power rankings, all right? Take a look at this. Here's the article here that we're talking about. The power rankings 2017. Obviously, Belichick is going to be there number one. But let's go ahead and see where Jason Garrett is going to rank here. Okay, let's scroll through this. Anthony Lynn, number 32. Vance Joseph, 31. Sean McVay. No, the Rams are going to be horrible. Sean McDermott. Todd Bowles, obviously. Kyle Shanahan. Doug Marrone. Doug Peterson at 25, Hugh Jackson 24, Mike Mularkey. What a bunch of malarkey, right? That kind of thing. Dirk Cutter, Tampa Bay, and you got Jay Gruden at 21, Ben McAdoo 20, Jim Caldwell. Jim Caldwell's a little bit overrated to me, but it is what it is. Bill O'Brien at 18. Marvin Lewis, 17. Adam Gase, 16. Pagano, 15. Jack Del Rio, 14. And our very own Jason Garrett. All right, so they have Garrett ranked 13 out of the 32 teams. In August, the season appeared lost following the injuries of Tony Romo and backup Kellen Moore. By January, Garrett and his guys in the playoffs. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Dak Prescott, and NFL rushing leader Ezekiel Elliott had much to do with the overall success, but you can't take credit away from Garrett, who lets his assistants coach. That includes offensive coordinator Scott Linehan, who worked wonders with Prescott. Garrett's steady hand and experience as a journeyman quarterback should serve Prescott and this Dallas team well going forward. All right, so number 13. Let's go to the rest here. John Fox, 12. Quinn, 11. Zimmer, 10. Peyton, 9. Ron Rivera, 8. Bruce Arians, 7. Harbaugh, 6. Reed the Walrus, number 5, dude. What do you think about that guy there? Tomlin, 4. I agree with that. McCarthy, of course, can't stand them. These guys have become our arch nemesis. I want to meet these guys in the playoffs and beat them, all right? I'm tired of the Packers. The gum-chewing Pete Carroll, number 2. And number 1, Bill Belichick. All right, so what do you think about where they have Garrett here and the guys that are above Garrett? Do you agree with some of these guys above Garrett? Ron Rivera, Peyton, Zimmer, Quinn. I don't know. Quinn. They did get to the Super Bowl, so I guess that's why they get a little bump there. John Fox. John Fox is one of those guys, kind of like Wade Phillips. He'll get you to the playoffs, but I mean, he does get the team to the Super Bowl, so he's got credentials there as well. Garrett, 13. All right, better than these guys. I totally agree. He's better than the guys under him, no doubt about that. Gruden, all these guys here, Cutter, Mularkey. I almost feel like they kind of have it right, considering, you know, who's above him and the credentials there. But let me know what you guys think, okay? So there was the rankings there for the head coaches. Now let's look at this other article here, the NFL's most feared position groups. And we're mainly talking about the Cowboys offensive line. Let's take a look at this article here real quick. Check this out. Those most feared position groups, Cowboys O-line tops the list. Hard to argue against that. Let's see who else they have here. New England Patriots running backs coming at 10. The Panthers linebackers, Kuechly and Davis. That's a pretty good duo there. Atlanta Falcons running backs, I probably agree there. They have a pretty good tandem there with Freeman and Coleman. Seattle Seahawks safeties, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, hard to argue against that. Pretty good. LA Chargers, got to get used to saying that now. Los Angeles Chargers pass rushers, Ingram, Bosa, those guys, we'll see. Tampa Bay receiving corps, Evans, Deshaun Jackson. We'll see what they do there, but that has the potential to be pretty lethal, right? This season, we'll see what they do there. Denver Broncos cornerbacks, Talib, Chris Harris, Roby, not bad. New York Giants receiving corps, Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard, Brandon Marshall. We'll see what they do. On paper, that does sound very deadly. Throw in Evan Ingram into the mix. Could give some secondaries, defenses, something to think about. However, the offensive line still lacking. So, can they get the ball to these guys? That'll be the question. Number 2, Houston Texans pass rushers. Not bad. I agree with this to some degree here. Obviously, J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney trying to shed the bust label. He had a pretty good season last year, but before that, not so good. Whitney Merciless, another first-round guy there. He's doing good things there now. And now the number 1, Dallas Cowboys offensive line. Envy us, all right? People can envy us. They tried to duplicate this, but Cowboys have been very methodical with building up this offensive line. And what can you say, you know? I mean, let's look at this. Say what you want about immediate impact Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott on the Cowboys' return to prominence. The team's recent success has been fueled by dominance from the offensive line. The Cowboys quintet demolishes defenders at the point of attack in the run game, resulting in huge lanes for NFL's reigning rushing king, while also providing a cocoon of protection for the 2016 Offensive Rookie of the Year on passing plays. Tyron Smith, Travis Frederick, and Zach Martin are all former first-round picks, and all 3 were named first-team All-Pro in 2016. Lyle Collins was a first-round talent in 2015, but he was undrafted after his name cropped up in a murder investigation, although he was never considered a suspect and was never charged with any crime. The Cowboys scooped him up as an undrafted free agent, and now he's in line to be a full-time starter in 2017. Defensive lines loaded with Pro Bowl personnel routinely submit at the hands of this Cowboys offensive line. It's quite a thing to see, considering how the sight of those submissions on film can leave a lasting impression on future opponents. The sheer dominance of Dallas front line makes the unit worthy of the top spot in this list. Thank you, Bucky Brooks. I can't agree with you more, all right? So they impose their will. They set the tone. They take the will of the defense. They turn those men into boys, right? So that's a pretty good article there. NFL.com, Bucky Brooks. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you agree with that? As far as being the number 1 most feared position group in the NFL, let me know what you guys think, all right? Yeah, so the offensive line, they're totally dominating, getting the accolades that they deserve. Good article there by Bucky Brooks, NFL.com. Let me know what you guys think about these 2 discussions here as far as where Garrett ranks among the 32 NFL coaches. 13, all right? A little above middle of the pack, and the guys in front of him, it almost seems accurate to me. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think he should be lower, or should he be higher in the list? All right. And also, those most feared position group, the offensive line. What do you guys think about that? Doesn't that make you guys proud? It does for me, because they're getting recognition and they're coming with it. All right, we're gonna get after a lot of people this year. Lyle Collins there at right tackle. We'll see what happens there at the left guard, but either way, they're still going to dominate people and wear people down and let these guys set the tone from the get-go, all right? So that's it, guys. We'll see you here for the next video. Thanks, guys.